What's going on? It's your boy Hood Jesus, and we blessing the hood. I want to let y'all know a secret to get approved for a car loan with a blank profile credit score. There's some free games, so check it out. Most people don't know anything about credit, and with that being said, they don't know how to utilize it. So doing credit repair, I found instances where some people don't have a profile at all. If you look it up, it'll say not available, as if like you never used your credit score before. So lenders do not recognize you. So what you need to do is build up your profile. And there's different ways to build up your profile. You got different methods like authorized user trade lines where you could piggyback, offer someone else with good credit, which will help you borrow a credit history and it would increase your score. But the only issue is the lenders could also see that you have no main accounts yourself. So when you're doing this method, you want to actually get some primary cards yourself. And you could do that with rent reporting. You got companies like Self Credit Reporting. You could get a secure credit card. It's many different ways. And you could get these primaries and then add it with the AUs and it'll boost your score. So, so now when you go into a car lot, you'll be able to go and get something that's instead of getting a car that's 5,000 or 10,000, depending on what score you borrowed from piggybacking off of another person's credit, you'll be able to get a car for around about 30 or 40,000. That's just starting off while you're still building your credit. And I learned this because back in 2018, I was making a lot of money off of online business with eBay and Amazon. I think I made like 80K or 85K. It was my first year on the internet, so to me that was a lot. And I went to a car lot and I tried to get a Benz. And when I applied for it, I got denied. I was like, what the fuck? I thought because I was making enough money, I could get this Benz. It was like 100,000, so I thought I'd get approved. And they told me that my results would come in the mail, in my email, so to check it out. So I checked out the email, and it said that I had too few accounts. I didn't have enough credit history. I had too many hard inquiries. So I didn't know what any of this meant. I didn't even know what the fuck my credit score was. I just thought that if you made enough money, then you can go get whatever you want. No, it don't work like that. Credit is a social factor. They want to make sure that whatever you borrowing, that you could pay it back. And they base it off of a lot of different criteria, like your zip code, your race, age, all that. A lot of people don't know that. You could put that you white on the credit card app. No, I'm just playing. Hey, I'm just saying that if you was a different race, you might get approved for a higher limit. So I didn't know what any of these things were that was affecting my credit report. So I just started researching what it is a hard inquiry. Then I learned about a soft inquiry. All right, car lots tell you that they're gonna run your credit, but they also tell you that it's not gonna impact your score that bad. And of course, they telling you that just because they want you to get approved. So what they'll do is they'll run your score 10, 20 times, it don't matter. They gonna run it to whatever lender give you a loan for the car, for the vehicle. They don't care what rates is at or whatever it is. They get paid every time they close you on a deal, on a sale. So a hard inquiry is when a company actually pulls your credit report to view your score and view your whole report. And a soft inquiry is they'll just do a pre-qualifying check when they don't actually have to open up your whole profile, but they could glimpse into it. So with the hard inquiries, once you run that up and you go get that car, you're not gonna be able to go get approved for anything else, but they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you that they've been shopping your credit around now and look like you just a person trying to go get a whole bunch of loans to any lender. So it's a different way to do that. You can actually go get a loan from a Capital One or Navy Federal or Chase or a bank that'll actually give you a vehicle loan so you don't have to worry about getting your credit shopped around. Then you could go to the actual lender with a check. You could have a check and go get whatever car you want. So that's the method to use only one hard inquiry. Yeah, and I had to learn this the hard way. Like, just imagine thinking you making enough money to go buy your dream car, and then you get there and then you deny it. That shit, it had me fucked up a little bit. I had to go get a little Audi, and it was cool, but it wasn't a Benz. I wanted the Benz. I was just trying to get a little bit of but shit, things don't plan out that way. So I end up, when I learned that, I was like, hold on. You telling me that you could actually get approved for a vehicle based off your credit report looking the same way, and that's how the whole lending system worked? I'm like, nobody ever told me that. And I knew a few people that had a couple dollars growing up, and they never used credit. Everybody used cash. Everybody said cash is king. Well, it's not. Credit is king. I learned to start traveling and going to different credit conferences, seminars. I joined a company called FES, Financial Education Services, out of Atlanta. I went down there and they start teaching me different methods on disputing and how to beef up your credit report. But the way that they were doing it with their company, I ain't like the practices of how they was doing it. So I was like, I just took what I could and then I applied it with my business. I ended up starting a credit business. I started it off by just doing people credit for free. Friends, family, people locally. I just wanted to get them boosted up, and I told them to just let people know if I get your score up. So that's what they did. Next thing you know, the whole hood come hit me up. Hey, what's up? Put me together. I don't know what my credit score is. Help me with that. So it was just a service, just showing somebody their credit score. People don't know what it is. They don't know how to read it. They scared to look at it most of the time. When they finally pull it up and they see it's a 500, 600, they don't know what that means. They just know that the shit say bad credit. Say bad credit score, low credit. So what I did was educate people and let them know that that's not the end of the journey. That's the beginning. You got to know first, because once you know, then you can actually do something with it. We can create a plan. So I started doing that. But at the time, it wasn't scalable. So I was doing tools and fuels. I couldn't sit down on the computer all day and just do everybody credit. So I just take what I could and I just work on theirs. I started getting people approved for vehicles, a few mortgages, credit cards, and a few business loans in the beginning. And after I started doing that, I was getting paid. I'm like, oh shit, this is really working. Instantly, instead of scaling the credit business, I instantly started going into real estate and start purchasing properties because that was my thing. That's what I wanted to do first. That's what I was learning about when I was incarcerated. I was learning about real estate. I wanted to buy multi-units, and I wanted to do the BRRRR method. I wanted to buy, rehab, rinse and repeat, refinance. You got to get the money out, go buy another property. That was the method. I just didn't know how to get it. So during that time, I stopped the credit. People kept on hitting me up still, and I'm like, damn, they really is. It's interesting. I mean, the thrill was gone from when I first started. Everybody was asking me like, why you not doing it no more like that? I'm like, hey man, start getting back in, starting investing in the houses. Then people really started wondering what I was doing, how I was getting the money to start flipping houses. And I was telling them like, hey, I've been building up my own business over the years and I've been running cash flow through my accounts. And mixed with my personal credit score, I was able to get lines of credit. And I used those lines of credit to purchase these properties. And I was going for condemned properties. And it was a few issues I was running into, learning just the real estate game, learning about pulling permits and making sure how to hire the right contractors. I was getting beat. The contractors was beating me. I thought I was winning. I thought that I was saving a lot of money by hiring foreigners and motherfuckers who say they could do some shit off of Craigslist and referrals and all that. And I learned the hard way. No, you got to hire professionals. If you don't hire a professional to do the job, it's not going to get done. In the same way with the credit repair industry, I got scammed about 4 times. Before I really started getting down to it and learning, I was going to other people and I was asking them, and they was referring me to these different companies, and everybody was taking the payment before they even did anything, or they wasn't showing me results. So I was placing my faith in these companies, and it wasn't working. Wasn't working. Kept going to the next one, trying to get it. Like some people, some companies, they were getting a few items off, a few inquiries, different names and data like that, but nobody got off any of the harder things to remove, such as the charge offs or collections. So I just kept on going to different companies. I probably spent like 6 or 7 bands 1 year just dealing with different credit repair companies trying to remove my items. And then I just figured it out. It said, hey, you got to do this yourself. But I wanted to streamline it. So like learning those methods and going through all those different things, it helped me still. It helped me to systemize it and to learn what not to do, if that makes sense. So I just want to show y'all what not to do. And that's not go shop around with all these different credit repair companies. Come fuck with an expert that get you right and who go show you what to do. It's that simple. All you gotta do is click the link in the bio or pull up your credit report and we'll get you a free consultation. Then we'll show you what you could do if you're trying to get that next dream car, if you want to get a mortgage to buy a new home, or if you're trying to get business funding, we go help you with all that.